is the ultimate travel guide from the people who know it best. Weekends with Yankee.
We've all heard the terms recycle, sustainability, but when it comes to the actual process, it's a little vague. Well, here in Portland, Maine, at Seabags, they literally take sails from the sea and turn them into bags. Come on, I'll show you what I mean. Hey, Sean, how are you?
Richard, nice to meet you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here.
Welcome to our warehouse. This is where we do all of the production for Seabags. Our sale collection process begins here.
Wow.
Jack, how you doing?
Good, man.
Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it.
Hey, our pleasure.
This year alone, we've recycled upwards of 7,000 sales.
One of these has got a pretty good tear along the seam.
Oh, yeah, it was in a storm blowout.
Yeah, well, we'll work around that. And we're really working with all individual sailors, yacht clubs, sail makers, and other institutions that work with us to recycle these sails. Without the recycling of the sails, there would be no company.
So when you say an idea to recycle sails, I would imagine, especially in saltwater, that sails have a limited life.
That's right, absolutely. And it definitely depends on what they're being used for as well. Some people could use a sail for a year and decide that, it's time for a new one. We have other more casual day sailors that can use sails for 10, 20 years, and then they come to see us for product and to exchange their sail. So all of the sails that we acquire first come through our cut room, which is what we're looking at here. And I'd like to show you a sail that we're actually preparing to cut.
You have it so neatly folded, and you sort of forget how big sails are.
So you'll see that this fills up the majority of the cut room.
Wow, these are huge. And so will a person come here and say, this section we'll use for a purse, this one's for a tote bag, this is for... I mean, is that how it works?
Absolutely. And then, of course, once we do cut down all the panels, we're washing all of the material.
Oh, so it doesn't have that salty feel to it.
That's right, that's right.
And I have to imagine that every one of these sails has a story.
They do. We often deal with people who, their older family members may have passed away. They've given their sailboat sails on to the next generation, and they want to have a keepsake from that material when it's no longer usable. We also work with some larger schooners that have some history to them.
Oh, here we have an old one, right?
That's right. So this came off of the schooner Isaac H. Evans. This boat was built in 1886, the oldest surviving oyster vessel in the United States. And we're actually going to be working on custom bags made particularly from this sail for the crew.
So this sail now is going to be made into what?
This will probably be used for large and medium tote bags. We do make 90% of our materials from Dacron sail material. So we just start with the belly of the sail, and we'll work our way in.
I love these scissors you have. They're sort of like industrial grade.
They
you
are.
Probably prune trees with this.
And we sharpen these about twice a month.
I just love the fact that this is going to have a seam in it.
That adds to the character of the bag, shows that it is an authentic sail used on the water.
It even has a dead spider on it.
Yeah.
Maybe you can incorporate that into the design. So this will now become a tote bag.
This is more of what you're going to see on the wharf becoming tote bags today.
Hi, Beth.
Hi, welcome.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
We are so happy to have you.
So I saw them cut the canvas. What's the next step here?
They come to this building where we apply designs and we put them together as kits. By the time they get to the seamstresses here, they have everything they need to construct the bags. So let me show you what Lisa's doing. Every sail comes in looking a little bit like this, although sail material has evolved over time. But this is a piece of white Dacron. You can see the stitching here, which is a beautiful zig stitch, is authentic to the top stitch of the sail. We are able now to apply our designs, which are done upstairs. And so with dye sublimation technique, we can take this piece of white sail and put on a beautiful antique map.
A map of?
This looks like the coast of Maine to me. And then we will take our continuous loop rope handle, where they are hand spliced, which is true fishing technique.
It must be so much fun for both of you, walking down the street and seeing a bag that was stitched here, or you've seen that sail before.
There is no greater compliment, and it never gets old for any of us to see somebody carrying a sea bag.
I'd love to see some more of the product.
Yeah, so why don't we go into our factory store and I'll show you some more.
Absolutely.
So because every sail has had a journey, every bag of ours tells a story. And so when I look around, I'll kind of show you what I see. So I look at this bag and I know that this particular sail sailed a World Ocean Race.
A World Ocean Race.
And was commissioned by the boat that owned it. When I look over here, this is a day sailing boat. It's a smaller boat, and there are so many stories of kids that learn to sail on these 420 boats. So everybody who brings this in has a particular fond memory of how they learned to sail and get on the ocean.
What a great memory that is.
Right, and this is what we call our vintage wall, and these are the insignias that were authentically on the sail.
And why Maine? Why did Maine become the place to have people sewing these things together?
Well, Maine has a rich history and tradition in cut and sew. We had shirt factories and factories where we made bedspreads and textiles, and it was sad to see all of those jobs go offshore. We're bringing it back one bag at a time.
I so enjoyed this. So here's the advice I need. My wife and my 13-year-old daughter, I would like to buy them something at your retail store. Any suggestions?
Well, the 13-year-olds all love the crossbody bag so that they can be hands-free and put their phones in. And for your wife, I think everybody needs a great beach bag.
A beach bag. I'm from New England, and when you see a world-class operation like this doing well in Maine, that's great.
On behalf of all of our team here, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Check that receipt right in there for you.
Great, thank you very much.